Hey there traveler, welcome back to my Thailand on Wheels series episode 3. Today we will be exploring Chiang Rai and then we will drive to Phit Sanulok for a night stay. Here is the preview for you. Stay connected and don't forget to subscribe and like my videos. This is how we started our day with this beautiful morning. We drove from our hotel to Elephant Peace Project. It was bumpy jungle ride. About 35 minutes drive from our hotel. This ride itself was so much fun. When you buy their package, they have two options available. One is half-day tour and another one was full day. Both include hotel pickup and drop-off. But we chose to self-drive. Our half-day tour cost us 1,200 baht per person and child ticket was half the price. Elephant Peace Project. It's little different from the other elephant sanctuaries, as they focus mainly on the well-being of the elephants rather than entertainment or profit vector. This is one of the reasons we chose to go there. Here they had 3 elephants, Macha, 42-year-old, Medi, 48 years old, and Tik, 62-year-old. Tik was the only male. We had intro with them and it didn't take us long to get close to them. We fed them, touched them, and played with them. In addition to this close experience with elephants, we also get to know about the traditional Karen way of taking care of the elephants. Karen people have always been working and living with elephants and consider the elephant as part of their family. Our host lady belongs to the same tribe and she told us a lot about the life of the elephant.
Because elephants eat a lot. Our past, we give them 450 to 700 kilograms per day. Like people respect elephant like the human, like the member of our family.
She was our host. She was kind, speaks good English and quite informative. We also learnt about the Mahout culture from her, importance and duties of the Mahout in an elephant's life. When elephant is not well, how and what to give them as medicine, because there is no or very little medical facilities available around for elephants. Also, we have to consider the fact that the cost and the difficulty to transport the heavy animals to the hospitals. That actually increases the need of Mahout to understand at least the basic knowledge of elephants' needs. There was a new law passed in 1989 that forbade putting elephants to work in logging camps. Now what happened is Mahouts and the elephant owners were desperate to find money to supply the daily needs of the elephants. They started roaming streets of the big cities, begging, making the elephants do tricks. Some even put to work at tourist attractions and riding camps, to the extent that the elephants were forced to work with little or no rest at all. This thing put a lot of pressure on the elephants. Some were overworked, underfed, and being abused. That's where Elephant Peace Project came in. We witnessed that they really take good care of the animals and try to restore their well-being.
Well done.
Elephants understand the Mahout's instructions very well. That's how we experience the life of Mahout. See, my daughter dropped the shoe and she gave instructions to the elephant called Ketma to pass the shoe back, and the elephant passed her the shoe bag. It was really cute. After that, we bathed with the elephants. The entire experience was so amazing and full of learning. My kids really enjoyed it. We were a little time constrained, so we booked half a day tour, but I will strongly recommend everyone to experience this on your own and be amazed by it. Do support them for this good cause. Now it was time to bid goodbye with our heavy hearts to the elephants and the host. We proceed further for our next destination. Now we had to go for lunch and we had a surprise planned for the children. It was this amazing cafe called Lalitha Cafe. This breathtaking cafe looks straight out of the fairy tale. We felt like we have entered into some fantasy land. Vast greenery, colorful flowers, and the cascading waterfall is out of this world. It was like some enchanting fairy tale forest with perfect details. Mist was adding on to its very dreamy feel. The blowing wind, flowing streams, everything collectively was giving it a very heavenly feel. To get to the cafe, you have to walk through this rainforest-like environment with bridges, streams, flowers, trees, and the mist. Here is the cafe, in the middle of this dreamy forest where you have both indoor and outdoor seating available on 2 different levels. We sat indoor on the ground floor. You can enjoy a simple tea and coffee with cakes, or you can have a very sumptuous meal. This is the second floor. There were a lot of beautiful spots to take pictures. This floor also has this open dining area overlooking the waterfall. If you look at it, even the roof was so colorful and artistically painted to add on to your experience. We had local Thai food here. We really enjoyed our meal. Portion size was quite big and satisfying. Food and service both were 10 on 10. There was this small pond and which was full of koi fishes. One important point to note down is that when you enter, there is an entrance fee of 60 baht per person. But you can get this amount discounted from your bill when you order your food here. It's open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily. After enjoying our meal, we went to the rear of the cafe near the waterfall to take some pictures. And look at that. Amazing, right? If you are coming to Chiang Rai, I would strongly recommend to visit this cafe. It's an experience not to be missed. You can enjoy fantastic food, the amazing ambience at reasonable price, and take a lot of pictures for your Insta and other social media platforms, as we did. We spent about 2 good hours here, but now it was time for us to leave for our next destination. And our next stop was a beautiful temple called Red Temple. This temple is also known as Wat Chetawan or Wat Pra Nan among locals. This temple is truly a work of art and patterns that is very close to northern faith and culture. It is assumed to be built in Phaya Mangrai period more than 200 years ago. When we reached here, the temple was closed. We didn't know prior to our arrival, as there is almost no or very little information available on internet about this temple. This temple is not very popular among the tourists, as very few people know about it, also due to lack of information available about the temple. But look at the beauty of it. I would say this temple is a hidden gem that's not very popular yet and less crowded. But its beauty, its history, architecture and artwork is indeed very enticing. It is no doubt one of the most beautiful temples I have been to in northern Thailand. I was exploring and admiring the beauty of the temple. While walking to the rear of the temple, I noticed this temple, its gates were open. So we decided to go in. And when I entered the temple, I was mesmerized by the sight. Just look at it. We have seen not only the most beautiful but also the largest reclining Buddha statue here. We spent some time here. It was very, very peaceful and we could feel a lot of positive energy here. There were no people around as the temple was closed. So it was like, I felt like I was the only one walking around. Also, we couldn't talk to locals around there and collect more information about the temple. But we took a lot of pictures and videos to show you. There is this important information that if you are coming here, you have to take note. There is no entrance fee, but there is a dress code again. You have to dress up respectfully with no revealing clothes. You can choose to take tuk-tuk or taxi from the town. You are coming by public transport. It's easily accessible and easy to spot, as it's just besides the main road. So if you are coming to Chiang Rai, do add this beauty into your itinerary. We drove further to our next stop, which was Wat Rong Khun, better known as White Temple. Look at the whiskey bottle balanced on top of the skull means no alcohol. That's the main entrance of the temple. This temple is outside the town of Chiang Rai, attracts a large number of visitors, both Thai and foreign, making it one of the most visited attractions in Chiang Rai. That's the first view of the temple that we had. I was stunned by the beauty of it. At the main entrance of the temple, there is a pond and a narrow white bridge that goes to the main building. Both sides of the bridge, you can see hundreds of hands reaching upward. These hands symbolizes unrestrained desires. That means bridge to happiness is by foregoing temptations, your desires, and your greed behind. It also depicts hell as per the Buddhist and Hindu beliefs. This temple stands out through the white color and pieces of glass that sparkles in the sun. It's guarded by two statues of kinnaras, as you can see, the half man and half bird creatures of Thai mythology believed to protect the temple. Videography and photography inside the temple was not allowed. Its exterior is brilliant snow-like white, which was chosen to represent purity and wisdom. Purpose behind choosing this combination was out of the desire to shine and reflect the teachings of Lord Buddha out into the world. The purpose of this temple was seen as a connection between heaven and earth. The entire premises was huge. It was quite big. But most of the portion was closed. I would like to share some important information about the temple. Opening hours are from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. There is an entrance fee of 100 baht per person, which is roughly around 4 Singapore dollars. You also have to take note that there is a strict dress code to this temple. You have to dress respectfully or no revealing clothes simply. The finest of the details makes you think about the culture, architecture, art and history, and also admire the amazing beauty of the temple. While going back, we spotted this beautiful golden structure, and initially I thought that it might be some small temple or part of the temple. Look at that. But when we went close enough, we get to know that it was actually the public toilets. Trust me, it was the most glorified toilet you would have ever been to. We also notice these trees around with hanging faces of villains and monsters, which possibly indicates that how you have to pay for your good and bad karma. If you are taking public transport, you can take a taxi from the town. It charges you around 250 to 300 baht per ride. Or you can also take the tuk-tuk for about 300 baht per person. Or the third option is you can take the public bus from platform 7 and 8 of the old bus station. That charges you only about 20 baht each way and takes around 20 minutes. After this beautiful experience, now it was time for us to move forward. Visiting this temple was definitely one of the best places I have been to today or in my entire Thailand trip. The most unique temple we have ever been to is White Temple. I would strongly recommend each and every one of you coming to northern Thailand or Chiang Rai province. It is worth a visit. Or better way of putting it is undoubtedly not to be missed. We took a lot of pictures, capturing this beauty in our hearts forever. We left the place to go further. Now we will drive from Chiang Rai to Phit Sanulok, which is 6 hours drive. Our next destination is Ayutthaya, but the drive from Chiang Rai to Ayutthaya is 10 hours. So we decided not to drive for that long hours and better take a halt in between. And this is our hotel for the night. Its name was Tali Kwa Resort. It cost us around $66 per night for a family room. Although our stay in Phitsanulok was quite short, but it was worth the stopover. Tomorrow we will be driving from here to Ayutthaya and Bangkok. So stay tuned for next upcoming episode. Till then, thank you for watching. I'm your host Priyanka. Do subscribe and like my channel if you have not done so. Thank you. See you next time.